everyone. Good afternoon. We'd like to talk about something about Web 2.0, and our topic is focused on Facebook's influence and potential effects on university education. We are going to talk about whether does Facebook have negative or positive effects in university education. And after we go through many articles and surveys, we get the conclusion that Facebook does facilitate the university education through three different perspectives: socialization, informal learning, and formal teaching. And here, our report is based on the survey conducted among the first-year undergraduates at a British university. According to the survey, most of the students, after they entered into the university, compare with some other SNS like Babel or MySpace, that prefer to use Facebook. To this extent, they have associated Facebook with the university education. And what's more, they use the Facebook for different purposes. They use Facebook to build up new relationships with peers, to keep connections with their old friends and family members, and they use Facebook to be connected with some social events. And pay attention to the data here. There are 62% of the surveyed students say that after they enter into the university, they change the way of using Facebook. Then how? How do they change the way? Almost half of the students in this survey say that they tend to use Facebook for some academic issues discussion with each other. And the longer they stay on campus, more likely they prefer to use Facebook for some informal academic issues discussion. Then about this question, is Facebook helpful to your academic life? There were only 22% of the students said yes, think that it is really helpful to the academic life. Well, another 32% of the surveyed students don't think so. Instead, they think that Facebook to some extent is more related to some non-academic activities like these. Then how about the formal teaching? Students prefer, comparing with formal teaching issues, students prefer to be contacted with some issues like this, and they prefer to be contacted on the departmental level. But when academic issue context happens on the Facebook, there is a sign of both the improvement of quality of students and the teacher. This is a sign of high level of motivation, more effective learning, and better classroom environment. Then, according to one of our references, there's a new term called Facebook intensity. Facebook intensity, that means when a student's, in the context of the university, when a student's Facebook intensity is high, he or she is more likely to communicate with teachers for some academic issues on the Facebook. But when come to the privacy concerns, if his or her privacy concerns on the Facebook is very high, the situation is totally different. They're less likely to communicate with teachers for some academic issues. Then we search the internet and find a lot of application of Facebook, a lot of these kind of examples about application of Facebook in some university education. And here we'd like to discuss two examples.
Yeah, the first example comes from South Africa, from Wits School of Education. It is an application of closed group practice on the Facebook for teaching, for educating educators. Actually, it is an example of senior bachelors in education. They were doing their internships, and the teacher designed a special group to share out-of-school practices. Definitely, he noticed that there are several shifts coming while using this kind of environment for education. There are shifts in modes of learning, in power relationships, in identities, in norms of communication. Like power relationships get more flatter, like students and teachers are getting more equal in terms of interaction. The communication gets more voice or personal feeling when they try to deliver their points. And norms of communications are now set on both sides, like everybody tries to set up his norm and bringing in his own norms and ways. So actually all this experience shows that using some facilities of Facebook in education can actually become not just a practice but also an object of research. And this environment and this practice can be studied from different points of views, from linguistics point of view, from internet linguistics, computer mediated communications, and so on. But we as KM students are more interested in the practical aspects of this issue. So therefore we turn to example number 2. Actually it is about this COP mentioned by Peter. How it started. Actually we had, I think all of us had several observations when we arrived here at KM program, that everybody's on the Facebook, all need to do a lot of presentation. Our presentation is kind of common practice for everybody, and presentations can be improved in many ways. And also Professor Khan said that COP is KM's bread and butter, and Dr. Lee said that flip video is kind of a strong trend in modern education. So we tried to mix it all up and try to check whether Facebook is a proper environment to run a COP. And we thought that on individual level it can be used as a self-assessment tool, personal progress history, personal memories place, maybe some connections after graduation. On the group level it may be used as a peer evaluation space, or maybe we can try to check out this COP thing together. Actually it is one more connection point for the group. And on organizational level, probably if it can be used as an organizational tradition to connect different batches of KM program students. And maybe if actually it helps to develop the presentation skill, it can also become a part of brand equity of the KM program. This was the initial intention. Actually, there are many ways to go and to improve this thing. We feel that it doesn't work, actually, and we might call you all to do self-assessment or join video recording. Will not count just on us. Maybe comment on presentations more, maybe develop a special tagging system for video, maybe developing KPIs as we started doing it with Jason. But here we wanted to ask a question. Do you feel that it is feasible, or a Facebook environment is totally irrelevant to this kind of practice, to this kind of educational practice? So actually we ask it also because of another thing. While sitting here I was thinking that maybe we could hack also the KM program's reading list, because there is a thing called video abstract, and maybe we can establish one more group to use all the heads in to make a very short video abstract on the readings that we have to do by the end of the program. Maybe it can also be helpful. Therefore, we need to know whether it is really helpful or not. So we leave you with this question, and Walter will add some more perspective about how Twitter can be used. Okay, and maybe we can, yeah, you can share your ideas and your answers maybe later after the class, and also on the COP.
He's running at a very bullet train speed.
Yeah.